Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, me and Tyler Jackson, 12th place from Dallas in 2019. We're going to go over the new rule changes and erratas, more rule changes and stuff that has come to the Pokemon TCG when Sword and Shield comes out in February. Is that correct?
Yes.
I believe it comes out in February. Anyway,
Yeah,
we're going to
February
go
7th.
February 7th. Okay. Anyway, some new things have come out. The biggest one is the rule change. So it says here that the first player going first can no longer play a supporter. First thoughts?
It's gonna be back to 2004, but worse, because you can't use an attack on turn one if you're going first. If they brought that back, it'd be four again.
Right. So now, as it is, if you're playing a setup deck, going first is just absolutely not what you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
You always want to go second.
What are the advantages now of going first? Are there any? I don't see any.
You lost everything with. If you brought that the ability to attack on your very first turn, if you're going first, then you could get the setup with Dunsparce from what was that set? It's the same set that Rayquaza GS came from.
Celestial Storm?
Yeah, so also Storm.
Yeah.
You could use that to get your setup again.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. The one with the hit and run or whatever it is. Not hit and run.
Strike and run.
Strike and run. Yeah, where you're able to put 3 on the bench. So I guess you can do that, but that's the... There's no real... There's the actual going...
Call for friend Pokemon as well.
Right. There's no real advantage now to going first. It's you flip the coin, you get heads, and that's what you call. And it's like, no, I'll let you go first. He'll draw a card, place down a Pokemon, play some Ultra Balls. Well, not Ultra Balls, Quick Balls, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much it. Maybe attach an energy. But if you can continue, enhanced hammering, or I guess enhanced hammer's out.
Wait and see
hammer. Yeah, no, it's totally, you're going to win with that. I mean, I don't really understand. I understand why they did it, because they're shutting down cards like Welder and stuff on the first turn.
Welder, Lily.
Welder and Lily. See, Lily wasn't a problem. Welder, I can see being a problem, getting all those energies out. But Lily was just, you draw 2 extra cards, which was fine. So I don't really understand.
Yeah, I don't
either. If they made it where you could attack going first, then I can understand that. But unless they're going to print some really broken cards coming up in the new set, then I don't understand what the whole point.
They're bringing back Sycamore in a different way in Professor's research.
Right, yeah, and that's one thing. That's another thing we was going to talk about. So they're bringing that back, and instead of bringing back it as a professor, they're bringing it back as a professor's research. And they said that throughout the rest of the TCG for foreseeable future, that it's going to be under professor's research with the name of the professor next to it. Why do that? Why not just print it as a professor?
Just so it'd be easier, I guess, to get a hold of this professor's research and don't have to worry about what professor, I guess.
I guess so.
I don't know.
I mean, because you can't play Juniper and Sycamore in the same deck. It's either one or the other. So I can understand that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know why they wouldn't make it retroactive also and put the Juniper and the Sycamore in with the Professor's Research, where you could play, since Research is coming out in Sword and Shield, make it retroactive so you can also play Juniper or Sycamore.
They might do that in future sets. That's what I could do a prediction on right away. Is that they're going to do Professor's Research, Professor Sycamore, or Professor Juniper, bring them in at a different time.
Right. And that's possible. That's possible. So what do you think about the new thing where they have dropped Fairy Pokemon? They have decided that Fairy Pokemon from now on are going to be Psychic.
Kind of neutral on it, honestly. There's Gardevoir that's actually a Psychic Fairy, so it won't change Gardevoir too much.
Right.
But a couple other Pokemon, I can definitely see them get nerfed. Or indirectly, just due to the type change.
Right. And they're not just changing Fairy, they're also changing Poison from Psychic over to Dark. Otherwise, there'd be too many Psychics in the group in general.
Yeah, I think it's also because of the changing the Psychic type Pokemon weakness as well that we'll be discussing.
Right. I think, as far as me on my thoughts on it, I'm kind of yes, it's good for the people who want other types to get more attention, but it's bad for the player who loves to play the fairy type. So the fairy type people, they're just out, and there's nothing they can do about it. But the people who want to play like grass type, those decks don't see a lot of attention, but now they don't have to focus on fairy. They can focus more on those other decks. You know, it's more, they have more resources to pour into a smaller pool, and so maybe more decks will become more competitive in the future.
Yeah, I can definitely see it. Especially grass type, there's only been one world... actually, no, there should be a couple of world championship decks that actually were grass types. Like, Virizion Genesect was actually the most prominent one from the recent years.
But it's been a while.
Actually, the more recent one, though, was Yamega.
Okay.
At least Yamega Break. That won seniors, I think it was, or juniors.
I don't know. You know more about it than I do on that when it comes to that one.
Yeah, it was 2015, I believe. It was Plasma to Primal Clash.
Oh, okay. So what about the bumping up the weakness or resistance on Pokemon from 20 to 30?
I actually thought that was a great change, especially there's a choice band and expanded that'll do plus furry, so overall it'll just net it out.
Right.
Instead of just having only partially netted out.
Right. No, I agree. Especially since we are running up the power level so much, we're running up the attack so much, being able to just drop it by another 10 instead of by just 20 is good. You know, because we got so many attacks now that do 150 or 160, 170, 180, and even higher. I mean, Reshiram and Charizard does 230, and that's one of the biggest attacks out there. So now, if you're hitting against, a water type or whatever it's resistant to fire, is anything resistant to fire?
I don't think there is at the moment.
But if there was, you'd only be hitting for 200 instead of 230, and that's a big number, and it needs to be with all the big Pokemon we have running around.
I agree.
Looks like there was a few erratas, nothing real important. A couple changes from Pal Pad is now up to 2 supporters instead of 2 supporters. Energy retrieval is now up to 2 energies instead of just having to get 2 energies. You can just get 2. Quick Ball from Diamond and Pearl was errated, where you can play this card only if you discard another card from your hand. Search your deck for basic Pokemon, reveal it, and put it in your hand. So you can actually play Quick Ball from Diamond and Pearl now in Sword and Shield when it releases.
Yes. But you have to use the current...
right. You have to use the errata. The errata.
The old ruling was look for the first... You get the first Pokemon you get from your deck.
Is that what it was?
I don't search for your deck, and the first Pokemon you see for it, you put in your hand.
Okay. Hey, that's not
so it's actually... This is better than the old Quick Ball.
Right. Yeah, no joke. Being able to... See, that was one thing about the current standard that just kind of threw me off of playing at all. Was you lost Ultra Ball, you all lost Nest Ball. Nest Ball would have been fine, but losing Ultra Ball just really threw me. I just didn't like it. I love being able to search out my Pokemon and just consistency and it not being so random whether or not you was going to get a Pokemon to continue attacking with. But with Quick Ball and Evolution Spray or Evolution Potion or Incense is what it's called, coming out, I think it's going to be great. It's going to be a good meta. But that'll do it for the video. That's kind of our thoughts on the errata, on the new ban list, on the new rules that's coming out. The whole not playing a supporter on your turn 1 is going to be a little iffy, but we'll get through it. We'll see you in the next one.